Heinrich Pommerenke was born on the 6th of July, 1937th year in Bandwisch. He spent his early childhood in Rostock, where his father worked at the port. The Wake had a sister. My father died at the end of the war. In 1949 year, Pommer's mother moved to Switzerland, leaving her children in the care of grandparents. In 1953 year, Pommerenke graduated from art school and committed the first rape of a girl. When he was put on the wanted list, he fled to West Berlin, where, however, he was caught by the supervisory authorities and sent to live in Zurich with his mother. A year before that, his sister moved there. Pommerenke managed to find a job at a bazaar in Schaffhausen. However, soon he was again detained by the police on charges of raping a girl. The court failed to prove his direct involvement in the crime. However, by the decision of the local authorities, he was deported to Germany. With a ban on entry into Switzerland for a period of 10 years, Heinrich lived for some time in the city of Bregenz, where he also became suspected of committing several thefts and a series of rapes. After that he moved to Hornburg. As he admitted later during police interrogation, the idea of killing women came to him after watching the movie The Ten Commandments. When Pommerenke, according to his own words, suddenly realized that women are the root of all problems, and decided to clean up the world. On the same evening of February 26, 1959, he committed the first murder by raping and cutting a 40-year-old Herlock. In March 1959 year, Pommerenke robbed, raped, and killed 18-year-old Catherine Ward, a citizen, in an abandoned house on the outskirts of Hornburg. Her body was found at the end of March on the banks of the Gutach River. On the 30th of May, 1959 year, a reconciliation in the city of Singen entered the rooms of an 18-year-old girl through a window, after which he tried to rape and strangle her. However, it was possible to actively resist the maniac and raise a cry. As a result, Pommerenke got scared and hurriedly navigated from the crime scene. The girl was able to give a detailed description of the perpetrator, but the police did not connect this attack with the previous two murders. The very next day, the 31st of May, 1959, after boarding the train to the Italian Riviera, at the Heidelberg train station, he killed Dagmar Klimek, a 21-year-old, in one of the cars, by pressing his chest, after which, throwing her body out of the train, calmly pressed the stopcock, and, getting out of the car, dragged the body behind the railway embankment, where he performed sexual intercourse with him. Despite the pressed stopcock, Pommerenke managed to escape unnoticed, and Klim's body was found by wayfarers only on the 5th of June, 1959 year. On the 2nd of June, 1950, at the Black Forest Triberg railway station, attacked a 25-year-old cafe worker. The criminal beat her with a wooden stick and robbed her, then disappeared. The victim managed to survive, but she did not remember the attacker's face. Already on the 6th of June, while in the city of Karlsruhe, the criminal, riding through the park on a bicycle, attacked two women and stabbed him, after which he disappeared. The women managed to survive. On the night of the 8th of June, 1959, Pommerenke entered through the window into the room of a 15-year-old girl and tried to rape and strangle her. However, the victim raised a cry, to which her father came running. The frightened maniac hastily retreated from the crime scene, leaving his fingerprints for the first time. The next day, the 9th of June, Pommerenke raped and killed 16-year-old Rita Ultrapacker in Baden-Baden, leaving her body in a forest belt, which was discovered the next day. Meanwhile, on the 10th of June, 1959, a criminal broke into a gun store in Baden-Baden and stole a small-caliber pistol and a semi-automatic rifle, also of a small caliber. On the 18th of June, 1959 year, threatening with stolen weapons, Pommerenke, with a mask on his face, committed a robbery of the railway ticket office at Durlach station in the amount of 540 marks. After that, he took the train and left for Hornburg, where he picked up his previously abandoned suit from the tailor. In addition, by chance, he left a bag in the room, which contained a pistol and a rifle that he had stolen earlier from a gun store. Also, Pommerenke made a fatal mistake by registering an order with the tailor under his personal passport data. Shortly after the departure of the reconciliation, a tailor named Schneider noticed a package accidentally left by the criminal and, after learning about its contents, decided to call the police. By that time, law enforcement agencies had already linked the attack on women, the hacking of a gun store, and robberies at the railway ticket office. The port provided the data of the forgotten package to the police officers who arrived at the scene. On the afternoon of the 19th of June, 1959, the 21-year-old Heinrich was detained on the platform of the railway station in Hornburg, where he was waiting for a train. The criminal almost immediately began to confess, and in total pleaded guilty to committing, since 1953, 65 crimes, including 4 murders, 7 attempted murders, 27 rapes, 5 cases of robbery and several cases of burglary, and more than 24 thefts. The trial of Henry began on the 3rd October 1960, and already on the 22nd of October 1960, the District Court of Freiburg, named after Briscoe, found him guilty of committing 4 murders, 7 attempted murders, and 16 other criminal offenses, and sentenced to 6 terms of life imprisonment and an additional 165 years in prison, with the right to parole in 15 years. With 1,960 correctional institution with a special regime. During his imprisonment since 1975th year, he filed a petition for clemency or reconsideration of the case several dozen times, but each time it was refused with the wording, "In connection with the special gravity of the crimes committed and the exceptional danger of the convicted person to society." In July 2006 year, in connection with the leukemia found at the wake, the criminal was transferred to a specialized hospital at the prison of the city of Cabrin. A year later, he was transferred to another hospital at the Gogan-Asperg prison, where he died of leukemia. On December 27, 2008, at the time of his death, he was the longest-serving criminal ever convicted in Germany, having been incarcerated for a total of 49 years, 6 months, and 8 days. In 1912, his record was set by another murderer, Hans Neumann, who was sentenced to life imprisonment in 1963 for a double murder.